Welcome back, Raider Nation. It's Joseph here for Zenny62. So, with the ongoing saga of whether or not the Raiders will give Derek Carr an extension, there was some insight today on Raider Nation Radio where one of their guests was Greg Bedard, who is from the Boston Sports Journal. And obviously has some insights with spending so many years covering the New England Patriots, and spoke about Josh McDaniels and his possible thought process on Derek Carr and a few other players. Now, I will do other videos concerning the other speculative thoughts on other players like Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller, but now today we're just going to focus on Derek Carr. Now, the thought process, which seems to make a lot of sense for me, which I initially thought, as to why when Davante Adams was signed, we automatically thought Derek Carr would be part of that announcement for an extension. But according to Greg Bedard, he feels that there's going to be an evaluation process with Derek Carr and that they're going to see how he fits in the system. And, both Josh and McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, according to him, are very patient and methodical in the way they go about their business. And that speaks to what Josh McDaniels recently saying. What does he think about his team? He says, well, we don't know until we get out in the field, and it's too early now to make any kind of evaluations. And so keeping that in mind, but also the practice, the Patriots, quote unquote, the Patriots way was never to overpay or give large extensions to the players. And we saw that even with Tom Brady, as well as other players that were on the New England Patriots. Whether or not that mindset or that practice continues with the Las Vegas Raiders is yet to be seen. But the one concern I have, you flip over that other coin, what would be the purpose of signing Davante Adams with an extension, knowing that the whole purpose of him wanting to come to the Raiders was to play with Derek Carr? And it seems like that was a big factor going in, giving up a first and second round pick in this year's draft. So when you consider the two draft picks that were given for Davante Adams, you, as I mentioned, would automatically think Derek Carr would be a shoo-in to play that length of time that Davante Adams was signed to the Raiders. Now, according to Greg Bedard, he feels that might be differently. As a Raider fan and as a Raider kind of analyzing this whole Raider situation, Derek Carr has proven that he's a very good quarterback. Whether or not he can get up to the next level, I don't know. This might be a negotiation tactic by Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler to not pull the trigger and sign him to extension right away and maybe play it out. Maybe the money that will be coming into the Raiders by releasing Corey Littleton, Carl Nassib might have an impact as to how they structure that Derek Carr extension. And so it's a wait and see process, but let's hope that that doesn't interfere with how Derek goes about his business. As we've seen in the past, that doesn't. He's a strong leader that grinds throughout the whole season, and you see that now on Twitter. He's building that relationship he once had with Davante. They're tossing the ball around or going to golf events and spending time together. So that's a good thing. Now, as Raiders, we do feel that Derek Carr will get the extension. But if you throw caution to the wind, and again, based upon this Boston sports journalist thought process of how Josh handles things, that it's a wait-and-see process. But I do think that the Raiders currently are in a situation where they have to have Derek Carr in there moving forward because there is no other quality backup or quarterback good enough to take over everyday duties as the number one quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Just some thoughts out there with regards to Derek Carr. Do I think he will get an extension? Yes. Will it happen anytime soon? Possibly not. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen until June or possibly during training camp. But keep it here on Zenny62, and don't forget to like and subscribe.